Alright YouTube, just doing a usual service on this Craftsman 6.5. Already sharpened the blade, which has a really wide blade, but just ran the engine for a while, drained the oil out, put a little bit of a engine oil flush, and you can see that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. There's, when I first opened this cap up, there's a lot of steam coming out of here. That engine oil flush stuff has a percentage of alcohol in it, and you only run it for a short period of time, like 5 minutes, and then drain it out. It really helps clean everything out. I use it on my cars. I've been starting to use it on lawnmowers as well. I don't use it every oil change. I use it every 4 or 5 oil changes. It doesn't need to be used every oil change. So not even every other. Just But yeah, this is a 6.5. I've seen a lot of hours. I already recorrected the spring. There's a spring in here, if I can show it to you. There's a little keeper right here. Hold on to a spring. And when these engines get older, once they start getting some age on them, the engine starts to slow down a little bit because that spring starts to become a little sprung. And it doesn't want to hold the tension that it once did, so the engine starts to slow down, and it takes a little longer, and your grass doesn't look as good, because it's going at a slower speed. And I usually just knock those up a little bit on some of these that have seen a lot of hours, a lot of heat. So, and there's a helicopter overhead. Fun. Must be traffic or something, because that's a news helicopter. But yeah, I'm draining out all the oil. Got an oil pan under there. You can always drain it out of here, but I've noticed, I do that when I'm trying to do something quickly. Say just doing a quick service for somebody at their home, I'll usually drain it out of there. But if I'm at home, I try to do it out of the bottom here. If it's got a bottom drain hole, it's the best, because it really gets all the sludge out, gets everything out. So yeah. Get all the oil out. I'll show you the oil after I'm done, and then I'll fill her back up and start her on camera. Alright, that oil's all drained out now. Let's see what she looks like. Delicious. Oh, very hot. Metallic tint to it, you can see that, maybe. You mix it up. You stop and look at it, there's like swirls in it, there's metallic in it. This is probably the original oil to this engine. It's not a good thing. That engine oil flush stuff really helped a lot, I can tell. All the oil came out very quickly, and that is very black, and it's looks like it's just really pulled out a lot of all the sludge. So well, cool. I'll fill it up with some got actually some cheap synthetic blend here, some 10W30 top Bardic. I buy this by the box, and I get it for pretty cheap, so that's what I use in a lot of things. It's not bad. From Phillips 66 gas stations, I guess. Well, that's interesting. Anyways, back to daily grind. Alright, so she's all done now. I'll probably just take a pressure washer to the deck and just kind of clean it up. I'm actually doing this mower with no charge. It's actually for a neighbor of mine. His wife is in the hospital, and this actually had a loose blade. That's why it had such a loud noise. But I'm just doing a full service for him, for free. It's common courtesy to my neighbors, or uncommon courtesy, whatever. If it needs to be fixed, I'll fix it for them. And if they don't have money, I usually don't charge them. So that's fine. Doesn't bother me. just puts a smile on my face. It's a service from me to them. Plus they have to put up with my engine noises all day long, so. But, so that's all done. I topped that off with oil. Somebody commented on one of my videos. I was mowing with my propane mower. I was wearing a pair of ear protectors, or ear muffs, or gun mufflers, or whatever you want to call them. There's another pair right there. And they called me a pansy. Called me a wuss for wearing them. Thing is, though, is I want to be 82 and be able to hear people without saying what. Yeah, even though your mower might seem very quiet, when you're done with it, take a second and listen, you know, just listen for a second to pure quiet. If your ears are kind of ringing, you're losing a little hearing there every time you mow your grass. I'd rather protect my ears. I only have 2 pair, and that's the only 2 pair that I'll ever get my whole life. I want to take care of them, same with my eyes. So I'll start her up here. It's got just the smallest sound of a rod knock now, because of that old oil when I got it here. I started it up to warm it up before I put that stuff in it, or the flush. I could just hear a rod knock. It's continually having that rod knock, so it's not going to go away. But even with this rod knock, I bet you it would outlast a Tecumseh any day. If a Tecumseh had the low oil that this had and the dirty oil that this had, it would have thrown a rod by now. So, thank you, Briggs & Stratton, for making a good engine. That's all I have to say. So, yeah. Hope you have a good one, YouTube. You know, protect your eyes, protect your ears. You only have 2 pairs of those. You know. Yeah. Little life lesson today, I guess. I don't know. Hope you have a good one, YouTube. Bye.